Hello friends, today we are going to continue chapter number 6, Places of Indian Cultural Heritage, lecture number 3. Friends, up to now in this chapter we have discussed about several important places which is very important according to Indian cultural heritage. Friends, we discussed in the very beginning of this chapter about the Ajanta-Ellora caves. Friends, when we were discussing about the Ajanta caves, we discussed that these are extraordinary specimen of wall painting and sculpture work. Friends, we discussed that over here, if we talk about the Ajanta caves, in cave number 9, 10, 19, 26 and 29, they are Chaityas, the rest are Viharas. Friends, we also discussed that here we can see the extraordinary work of wall painting in 1 to 10 and several other caves where different excellent wall painting works is seen. Friends, we discussed about the Ellora caves in our previous lecture, in which we discussed that again these caves are divided into 3 parts. 1 to 12 number caves are the Jain caves, the Buddhist caves. From cave number 13 to 29, they are Hindu caves, and 30 to 34, they are Jain caves. Friends, we also discussed that here also we can see the excellent and very minute sculpture work and the art of our Indian artists. Friends, we also discussed about the Elephanta caves, in which we discussed Elephanta caves is located near a small island, near a village, Gharapuri. The Portuguese gave this name Elephanta to these Elephanta caves. In the year 1987, UNESCO declared Elephanta caves as a World Heritage Site. Friend, Gharapuri means the village of caves. We also discussed about Mahabalipuram, where the king gave this title Mahabalipuram to this chariot temple. King Narasimhavarman I, also known as Mahamala, means a great wrestler, gave this name Mahabalipuram to this city. Friends, now let us discuss about some more such kind of cities. Let us start from Pattadakal. Let us start from Pattadakal. If we talk about Pattadakal, it is situated 16 kilometers away. It is situated 16 kilometers away from Badaminagar in Karnataka. It was once the capital of Cholukya dynasty. It was once the capital of Cholukya dynasty. Chalukyas built several temples here. In the Dravidian style of architecture. Here it is said the Chalukyas built several temples here in Dravidian style of architectural work. These were built during the 7th and 8th century. It was built during the 7th and 8th century. Virupaksha temple is the biggest temple. Virupaksha temple is the biggest temple in Patadakal. Virupaksha temple is the biggest temple in Patadakal. So friends, here was the information about Patadakal. Now let us learn about Khajuraho temple. Friends, let us learn about Khajuraho temple. Here it is said, Khajuraho is a small village in Chhattarpur. Is a small village in Chhattarpur district of Madhya Pradesh, that is MP. Khajuraho is a small village in Chhattarpur district of Madhya Pradesh. It contains world famous Khajuraho temples. This village contains the world famous Khajuraho temples. It was, if we talk about Khajuraho, then it was the ancient capital city of Chandela Rajputs of Bundelkhand. If we talk about Khajuraho, it was the ancient capital city of Chandela Rajputs of Bundelkhand. Then these kings built these temples. These kings built these temples between 950 AD to 1050 AD. These temples were built by these kings from 950 AD to 1050 AD. Today, there are 25 temples in Khajuraho. There are 25 temples in Khajuraho. Most of them are Shiva temples. Most of them are Shiva temples, means the temples of Lord Shiva. Then some of them are also Vaishnava and some of them Jain. Most of the temples are Shiva temple. Some of the temples are also there which are Vaishnava temples, and some of them Jain temples are also present. All these temples have similar type of and sculpture work. All these temples have similar type of architecture and sculpture work. Here, the Chaussat, that is 64 Yogini temple. Here, the Chaussat Yogini, that is 64 Yogini temple, is the main and earliest built temple. Here 64 Yogini temple is the main and earliest built temple by Chandelas, by the Chandela rulers. Then the Toran, that is the arc, we can say, of the temple is the best example. The Toran arc of the temple is the best example of ornamental style of architecture. The Toran, that is the arc of the temple, is the best example of the ornamental style of architecture work. All the temples of Khajuraho, were constructed. These all were constructed with granite stones. These all were constructed with granite stones. Khajuraho temples were constructed in Nagar style. They were constructed in Nagar style. Art of sculpture and art of Vastu of Khajuraho temples is magnificent. This art of sculpture and art of Vastu of this Khajuraho temple is very magnificent. Now friends, this was the information about Khajuraho temple. Now let us learn about the Sun Temple of Konark. Friends, now let us learn about the Sun Temple of Konark. Sun Temple of Konark. It is situated, means the Sun Temple of Konark is situated in Konark in Puri district. In Puri district of Odisha. It lies near Bay of Bengal. It lies near Bay of Bengal. this temple was constructed in 13th century. It was constructed in 13th century during the rule of King Narasimhavarman I, during the reign of King Narasimhavarman I of Pallava dynasty. King Narasimhavarman I of Pallava dynasty. The Sun Temple, if we talk about the Sun Temple, is in the shape of genetic chariot. Chariot means rath जिसे कहते हैं हम. The Sun Temple is in the shape of genetic chariot. The temple is dedicated to Sun God. The temple is dedicated to Sun God. Then if we talk about the structure of chariot temple, this chariot temple has 12 pairs it has 12 pairs of carved stone wheels and is pulled by a set. It is pulled by a set of 7 horses. The structure of the chariot temple has 12 pairs of carved stone wheels and it is pulled by 7 horses. It has 12 massive wheels. It has 12 massive wheels which provides beauty to the pedestal of temple. This provides beauty to the pedestal of temple. These wheels reflects 12 months and each wheels has 8 spokes. These wheels reflects 12 months and each wheels has 8 spokes which shows 8 prahars of the day. These 12 massive wheels reflects the 12 season, as this is the sun god sun's temple, the chariot of sun god. The 12 wheels reflects the 12 season and the 8 spokes in each wheel that reflects the 8 prahars, 8 parts of the day. The temple, if we talk about this temple, has been built hence, as it is made with black stones, hence it is also called Black Pagoda. It is also known as Black Pagoda as it is made with black stones. The remains of this temple, reflects the sculpture and civilization. It reflects the sculpture and civilization of 13th century Odisha. It reflects the civilization of 13th century Odisha. So friends, this was the information about Sun Temple of Konark, also known as the Black Pagoda. Friends, today we discussed about Patadakal Temple, Khajuraho Temple as well as Sun Temple of Konark. Hope so you might have understood it. We'll discuss about the other places of our Indian cultural heritage in our next lecture. Thank you friends.